My slogan's Jesus, guns, and babies. Jesus, because that's our First Amendment right. It's the right to worship Jesus Christ freely. It's why we have a country. Don't talk to me about separation of church and state. Church and state was written because the state has no business in our church.
So this is the unfortunate current state of politics where people like Kandiss Taylor get endless screen time. And of course, this isn't the craziest thing she's ever said.
I can't unsee this. All the globes everywhere. I turn on TV, there's globes in the background. There's globes on there right here. Like this would be a globe if I was a normal person. Like everywhere there's globes. You see them all the time. I mean, it's constant. My children will be like, Mama, globe, 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 globe. They're everywhere. And that's what they do to brainwash.
Listen, if you believe that the earth is flat in 2023, you are officially disqualified from ever being taken seriously for anything. And then her reasoning was absolutely crazy.
And so for me, if it is not a conspiracy, if it is, real, why are you pushing so hard? Everywhere I go, every store, you buy a globe. There's globes everywhere, every movie, every TV show, news media. Why?
Yeah, it's probably because the earth is a sphere. It's probably because it's a globe. And the craziest thing about flat earthers is like, in order for the earth to be flat, that would mean that the entire world was perfectly in on the conspiracy. Everyone would have to be in on it. And so that would mean, I guess, that the earth is flat, but everything else in space is somehow spherical, like asteroids and planets and stars and other things along those lines. Gravity somehow pulls things together, but not with Earth, because I guess the Earth was like some type of special space station created by aliens. But sometimes when everybody is in agreement with something, it's probably just common sense, because again, we have plenty of pictures and videos of the Earth from the space station. So it's like, what are you going to do with people like this?
No one elected Joe Biden to be president of the United States. That did not happen. Very few totally mentally insane people voted for Joe Biden. People did not vote for him. You don't vote for a man who is not cognitively present. You don't vote for a man that stays in his basement, that comes out to have a rally with 6 people socially distanced. That you don't win, right? You don't win a country over with that. And for them to think we believe it, and for people to call him President Biden, which I do not, because he didn't win.
No. People do vote for that. People vote for whoever they want to. In fact, over 70 million people voted for a game show host, a proven con artist, a proven tax fraud, a man who's gone bankrupt 6 times just so basically he can collect the 5% and rip off the other 95. That's who Donald Trump is. And people absolutely voted for him. People voted for George W. Bush. People voted for George H.W. Bush. People voted for Ronald Reagan, a former movie star. People voted for Andrew Jackson. People vote for all kinds of people in this country. People put Marjorie Taylor Greene into office and Lauren Boebert into office. And unfortunately, people even put George Santos into office. So what are you talking about? Yes, people absolutely did put Joe Biden into office. And if you don't like it, well, then show up to the polls in 2024.
Just like whenever I say it's okay for people to cut off their genitals and as children and give their children hormones that is opposite of how God created them, I'm participating in their insanity and their gender identity disorder. It's the same thing. We've got to stop this insanity, this perpetuating society. It is causing people who were normal to become mentally ill. It is not only something that is learned behavior and repetitive behavior, it is demonic.
So we got the flat earth, we got the people don't vote for Joe Biden, and then of course we got to close it off with the transphobia. And these people always kill me with this because it's like, as I say all the time, and as you all know, this country faces many serious issues. And the issues that bring all of us together are things like paying your bills, not being able to send your kids to college, drowning in credit card debt, drowning under the cost of increased expenses with rent, how much your mortgage is going up every year, the fact that you can't afford healthcare. Those are the things that unite Americans. But of course, Republicans never talk about it. Democrats don't deliver. But anytime you watch a broadcast like this, they're bringing more and more people, like all the Taylors in, just to be crazy, essentially. Just to distract the base, just to make sure that the voting base pays attention to everything other than policy. But unfortunately, this leads to, detrimental ramifications in the real world for the LGBTQ community, for women and for minorities, and basically for the whole middle class. So I thought that this was an excellent look at what the Republican Party fully embraces.